What's going on, guys? Justin here. With a video about Vegas. Oh man, I don't even know where to begin with this. Um, Housekeeping. My brand new Rick Black pipe. Got it in Vegas. Rick was nice enough to give me a gift, and this is what he gave me. Thank you, Rick, very, very much. I'm enjoying the hell out of this pipe, by the way. In it, I got some Star of the East flake. Thank you, Andrew, for mentioning this, because this is a freaking hell of a blend. I love it. If you like Latakia, get some. Let's see. So, Vegas. First off, I agree with Danny Shore. The fun was because of the people. It was a blast because of the people. The pipes that we saw there were quite expensive. Can't knock an artist for charging what he wants to charge, but most of the pipes, I was like, oh man, this is really nice. I pick it up and $600. Gosh darn. Whatever. But I did walk away with some pieces. Anyway. I met some great people. I met Jay and Jason Dagner, Elaine, phenomenal people. They're just down to earth, kick ass, fun, genuine people. Awesome people. I can't say enough about them. They were rad. I met Sparky's Pops. I met Sparky. Sparky's a kick-ass dude. Me and him ended up bullshitting most of the weekend. He was just funny as hell. Who else? Stogie Farts, met Jeff, Sarge, Jason McNary. Everyone there was just kick-ass. I didn't meet anybody that I bumped heads with or anything like that. Everyone was just kick-ass people, you know what I mean? But me and my fiance got into town the day of the pipe show, which was Saturday. Sparky, that was for you. Sparky was busting my balls because every time I light, I go in circles. He's like, oh, tiny circles. Go in tiny circles. Bastard. That's for you, Sparky. So we got there Saturday morning, like right when the pipe show opened up. We got there at like 9:55. The show opened up at 10, so perfect timing on our part. Walk in. When I walked in, there wasn't too many people in there yet. People were still sitting up. So kind of just perused, felt it out. Yeah, me and my fiance are walking around. I just took like one pipe with me at that point. I had all my other pipes in the car. Or not all my pipes, but I took a handful of pipes. I had them in I ended up buying go to Amazon if you're looking for something to carry more than one pipe. I bought a camera bag from Amazon, and it has like different slots in it for like lenses. That thing worked perfect. I had like 8 pipes in there with some tobacco and my lighter and fluid, and it was awesome. It was only like $20 too. Anyway. Sorry, the East Vegas is so damn good. So yeah, we're walking around, feeling it out, and it was more of an older crowd when I got there, and My fiance's like, "You want to have your pipe?" I was like, "Hell yeah, give me my pipe. I get to smoke indoors." Um, so yeah, I was stoked. I'm walking around my pipe, looking at pipes. It was just a cool vibe, you know. And I agree with Danny. That place was poorly ventilated. It was like just a mist. Like it was just like a blanket of smoke in the room, the whole time. But whatever. Um, so I was looking around, and I actually have a leather pipe bag that I carry two pipes in when I kind of just go out. And the maker that made it was there, and his company is Soaring Al and Sons. Yeah, Soaring Al and Sons. His name's Frank. Sorry, Frank, if I botched that. I don't have your card, or else I would have showed people your card. But go to Etsy. It's Soaring Al and Sons. Um, Go to Etsy. He's on Etsy. He makes phenomenal leather bags. And I bought one like probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. And he was like, "Hey," I was talking to him for a minute, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I actually own one of your bags." And he's like, "Oh really?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I bought it like a year and a half ago. It's really nice and broken in." He's like, me and him talked on Instagram about this because I was supposed to take a picture of it and send it to him. Because like I never get to see them when they're broken in. I just get to see them when I make them. Oh yeah, I'll do it, and I never did. He's like, "You're Justin Figueroa," and I'm like, "That's me." He's like, "Dude, do you have your bag?" I was like, "Yeah, I have it." So I don't think I've ever showed it, but this is my little roll-up pouch. Let me take this out. But it fits like everything. I usually have a tamper in there, pipe cleaners. I have a lighter in here, tobacco, and then I laid two pipes kind of in the center. Great little bag. It broke in so nice. You kind of just tie it up. You know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, good to go. So it's cool to finally meet him. I actually ended up buying just a little leather mat. That's his little logo. I don't know if you can see that. I'll have it upside down. It's a little owl. But, so you could break up your tobacco on here and then pour it back into whatever you have. So, I bought this there. I've been wanting one of these, so I was stoked on that. His name's Frank. I met his fiance. Don't remember her name. I'm sorry. Kick-ass people. They actually sell their stuff at the Briarhound in Pasadena, where the LA Pipe Club meets up. I'm talking too much. So, I talked to him for a minute. I saw Mike from TBC in the back, so I went up and I introduced myself. I said, "Hey, Mike, Justin. Nice to meet you." He was still setting up, so I kind of let him do his thing. And we're walking around, and then out of the corner of my eye, I see a beard. And I'm like, "Oh, that's a Dagner." So I see Jay and Jason and Elaine walk in with McNary and Sarge and Stogie Farts, and I'm like, "Holy crap!" It's like all the YouTube people are walking in. So I let them look around for a little bit. You know, they had a bar area, so me and my fiance went into the bar, grabbed some Bloody Marys and a couple beers, and hanging out. We ended up talking to some older gentleman there about pipes. He's been smoking forever, yada yada yada. He was a cool guy. His name was Dan. He blended his own tobacco. It was just a good time, you know. And I walk back out, start looking at pipes again. I see Jay and Jason by themselves, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go approach them," you know. So I go, and I'm like, "Hey," "Hey, Dagners." They turned around, they're like, "What's up?" I was like, "Hey, I just want to introduce myself, you know, Justin. I've been watching you guys on YouTube forever. I just wanted to meet you guys." They're like, "Oh, cool. Where you from?" I'm like, "Oh, I live in LA." And they're like, "Oh, we were in Long Beach, yada, yada, yada." Um, and I knew Elaine and I think McNary were in the bar. He's like, "Oh, we're just going to go into the bar. Elaine's over there." I was like, "Oh, yeah, me and my fiance were there." I was like, "Yeah, we'll walk with you." We walked with met them, which was cool. And Glenn told me to tell McNary, "You don't know," and kick him in the balls. But McNary's a quick one. He dodged my knee to the balls. Uh, Yeah, so we were talking about that, and then we're talking about Glenn and how big of a punky. No, I'm kidding. Just what kind of Glenn's a kick-ass dude, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna go have lunch. You guys want to come to lunch with us?" Oh yeah, why not? So me and my fiance had lunch with them, got to know each other. We were talking. They're like, "Well, after the pipe show, we're gonna go to the pub. It's kind of where everybody meets." Cool. Me and my fiance were staying at a different hotel, so we had to go check in at like 3. So like, yeah, we'll be back. We ended up meeting up with them about 6. And I purchased a pipe prior to leaving, which I will show you. I've been wanting a pipe from Revs Pipes, John Jensen, since the first time I met him at before the LA Pipe Club existed. When all of us met up in LA, I just John is a kick-ass dude, and if you could ever sit down and talk with John, he's awesome. I spend hours talking to John. So I actually got a pipe from him. I'll show you. It's a nice pipe. I love this thing. Cumberland stem. You can't really see it. So thank you, John, again. So yeah, we met him up at the pub. Crap, it's already 11 minutes. I might have to make 2 videos. This sucks. Met him up at the pub. Everyone's having beers, good times. I see John, so I already know John. So me and my fiance sit next to John, introduce him. We all start talking. I asked John what he's smoking, and he's like, "Oh, I got something good." And I'm like, "Oh, awesome, man." He's like, "You want some?" I'm like, "Well, what is it?" He's like, "I got some Three Nuns from 1980. Really? Yeah, I want some now. It's older than me. I was born in '84. Um, so I got to break in my Revs pipe with the 1980s Three Nuns. So that was awesome. It was a great tobacco. Man, that tobacco was so good. I'm like, damn it, John, you're spoiling me. Because when I met him the first time, he gave me some like 12-year-old Odyssey. It was great. Anyway, everyone's drinking, having a good time. I see Sparky on the other end of the table. He's like, I'm like, hey. He's like, what are you doing way down there? I'm like, I want to stay away from you. So I ended up moving down to their end of the table and talked to Jeff. Got to talk to Mike. Jay was sitting there. Jason was there too, I believe, right in that area. Sarge was behind me. We just all started talking, having a good time. I left my fiance down there with John. They were talking. So it was just, everyone there was so nice and welcoming. It was like you already walked into friends. It wasn't like you just met. It was awesome. If you ever have a chance to do something like that, I suggest you do it because it was kick ass. So me and Sparky just start busting each other's chops like all weekend. Because he's my number one. I kept giving crap on his cowboy hat. Oh man, it was just good. It was good times. You know, I miss it because it was fun. Crap, it's 14 minutes. I think I'm gonna have to make another video.